that I'm very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving up.
Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk about containers and crates in general once again, because I'm really sick of people buying them with some mathematical bullshits. First of all, even before talking about the main subject, let's talk about the drop chances. Here you have 17 containers. Each of these containers are giving a special probability to get a tank. The main common mistakes I see, and that's I don't know, maybe some of you never studied math in general or something, I don't know, but god damn it, why the heck are you telling me you have 67.5% chances to get a fucking tank out of those crates? Seriously guys, you do not add up the statistics. For example, if I only had to buy a AMIC 30B crate and Heavy Badger crate, I do not have 6% chances to get those tanks. That's freaking not how statistics are working. I say that every single time there is crates available, and yet I still see people not having a clue how math are working. When you are buying those containers, if you buy only, let's say you buy AMIC 30B and Heavy 200, both the 30B and the Badger crates, you have 2.5% chance of getting the 30B and 3.5% chance of getting the Badger. You do not get 6% chances to get both of the tanks if you buy two crates. That's not how it works. You do not, seriously, you do not add up statistics. If you could buy 1,000 AMIC 30B crates, the chances of you getting the tank are still 2.5%. It's not gonna be 2,500%, because if it was the case, everybody would get those tanks through crates. So please, for the love of God, before we continue further, don't stack up statistics. That's not how it works. Please take a math lesson on statistics, because it's really pissing me off. At least if you buy it for yourself, no problem, and you say, yeah, it's probably worth it. But when you are trying to argue with someone saying, hey, it's worth it because you have 67% chances of getting a tank, just get the hell out of here, because that's not how it works. No offense, but I'm really sick of those people. Wargaming is milking crates because not a single goddamn player on this game knows how statistics are working. Of course, if you say someone has 60% chances of getting a tank, he's gonna try, because it's 1 out of 2 that is gonna get a tank from those boxes. But that's not how it works. Most of the time, when you buy those freaking tanks, you will get nothing, because the biggest percentage you can have into getting a chance to get a tank is only 5%. 5, not 60, not 100, not 12, not 3, it's 5% maximum, and it's only for the Carnival Action 10, the T22 Medium, the WZ, the SU-130PM, T25 Pilot, WZ-112-2, WZ-121 GFT, Smasher, and that's all. And here you're gonna see some crates opening some subs of mine sent me, and they literally got nothing except for this one who is lucky to get the Smasher, but most of the time it's not gonna happen. Most of the time you're just gonna buy those crates hoping to get a tank, you're not gonna get any, and after you're gonna say, oh fuck Wargaming. But Wargaming is not in cause here. They are just smarter than you, because they understood how to make those containers something players want. Just look at this, it's simple. If I was a company, I would do the literally same, the exact same thing. You put all those containers into what looks like to be a juicy offer, and they tell you, oh, there is 30% discount, you should definitely go for those tanks. And you buy those containers, and most of the time you're gonna get nothing. You're literally giving money away to Wargaming. That's all you do, because they are not gonna reward you back with those tanks because the odds are really, really small. At least if you try your luck buying, I don't know, 10 crates from the exact same tank, you still have only 2.5%, between 2.5% and 5% chances of getting the tank, but at least you try multiple times the same tank, so you increase artificially your chances to get those tank, even if the statistics are still 2.5%. Just because you buy 100 AMX 30B crates doesn't mean you're gonna have an AMX 30B guaranteed. You can still buy 100 and still got nothing, because that's how statistics are working. But when you buy a containers collection where you have only one freaking crate for each OP tank in this game, your chances of getting something, you will not get anything. Let's be honest. You gotta be the luckiest person on earth to actually get something out of those crates. And the main problem of those crates are not crates themselves, it's players that are actually spending their money for that. Of course, just put yourself at Wargaming place, okay? They put some new tanks, some broken tanks in containers, hoping that they will create a hype knowing that the tank is broken. They're gonna count on YouTubers that are gonna get the tank, either buying it straight or getting into press accounts. They're gonna do a video about the tank saying, hey, this tank is really worth it, it's completely broken. Of course, it creates the envy for you to get the tank. And when the tank is released, you see it in crates. You're gonna say, ha, fuck, crates, I don't like crates, I hate gambling, but look at this tank, it seems to be a really awesome one, I really want to try my luck. And that's where Wargaming catches you. You try your luck on those bundles, containers, crates, whatever, call it, whatever you want, I don't care. And you're gonna be deceived most of the time. 1% of player will actually get something out of those crates, but not much. And let's be honest, the chances of being in the 1% players actually getting something from those crates is really, really low. But even after showing you much examples, because oh boy do we know YouTubers are gathered around one thing, stopping crates, people are still gonna buy them because people are people. And I think it's an endless fight that we will never be able to win, because as much as you have people that don't understand how statistics are working, as long as you have some kids that are willing to spend their money trying their luck, the problem is, it's a human misconception. Even if we tell you you have only 2.5% chances of getting the tank in those crates, as a human, you're not gonna tell yourself there is 2.5% chances, it's not that much. You're gonna say to yourself, there is a chance that I get the tank. And that's why people are gambling. That's a human reaction. And Wargaming understand that pretty well. And not only Wargaming, a lot of companies are actually putting crates now. Crates is the new legal way of scamming people, because it's completely legal and people tend not to understand how statistics work. As long as you're not smart enough to put yourself on a mathematical book and understand the risks, you will never get rid of crates. Why do we have crates in this at the moment? Because they are really popular. That's Wargaming's way to make money, and it's perfect because it allows them two things at the same time. It allows them to make a lot of money over the fact that only 1% people that actually buy those crates will get the tank, and it also allows them to release completely broken tanks without having to fear the matchmaking being totally broken, because if only 1% of the players actually get the tank in their garage, it's not gonna break the matchmaking. It's gonna break 1 or 2 battles once in a while, but not enough for Wargaming to actually do something about those tanks. But the main problem is that it's threatening for the game, and let me explain to you why. Okay, when Wargaming is releasing one new tank, it's in crates. Okay, it's gonna be only 1% players that will get it. But eventually, if we climb up in time, and if, let's say in 2 years, we'll have at least 7 or 8 completely broken tier 7 or tier 8 tanks implemented in the game only through crates, it's gonna be 8% of players that will get this tank, or not 8, but let's say that we're gonna have much of those broken tanks in the game. But on the long run, isn't it dangerous to put those tanks in crates? Let me explain. Just imagine, let's say Wargaming is gonna release on the upcoming 2 years 8 tanks that are as much broken as the Smasher is, okay? let's imagine at tier 7, they release them only in crates, but they're gonna release them multiple times, as we saw the Smasher is available in the containers collection. Smasher is also available on other ways. There was regular Smasher crates, etc. So just imagine 8 tanks like this being released in the upcoming 2 years. Okay, only 1% of the players are gonna get the tanks every time they are released. But even if it's only 1%, as we have 8 tanks, we have to stack up here. We have to stack up the number of players that will actually get those tanks. And it's gonna lead us to a pay-to-win match where it's either you're gonna play those broken tanks or you're gonna get completely destroyed, and it's gonna make people bored of the game. And it's gonna lead the game to be played by rich players only, because only those players will be actually able to spend that much on containers in order for them to unlock the broken tanks. Of course, I might be wrong, and maybe Wargaming actually has some kind of a plan to avoid that from happening, to prevent it, because in World of Tanks PC that's exactly what happened. Who is playing World of Tanks PC nowadays? People that have money, because if you play regular tanks you're gonna get destroyed. It's full of premiums and OP1, really OP, even more OP than in Blitz. At least in Blitz, even if we have some kind of broken tanks sometimes, they are pretty balanced compared to their PC version. So at least we can give credits to Wargaming for that. But on the long run, it's a mobile game. Not a lot of mobile game can actually sustain for more than a decade, you know? And I don't think World of Tanks Blitz is one of them. I might be wrong, and I truly hope I'm wrong. But if we compare the number of players in World of Tanks Blitz and in World of Tanks PC, we're actually climbing up where World of Tanks PC is lowering down, so it gives us a good hope. But if Wargaming keeps going with those crates and putting those broken tanks in the game, if they don't buff all the other Tech Tree tanks, it's gonna end up being a pay-to-win game. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing, because it's a company, they know how to run their game, so I'm not calling them out on that, but I just hope they really have a plan, because every time they're releasing a broken tank, it makes one more Tech Tree tank completely worthless. Let's take an example, a really quick example. Before the Caravan Action 10, the Caravan was actually a nice tank, not the best but not the worst either. Now that we have the Caravan Action 10, everybody's saying that the Caravan sucks, and if it happens if for every Tech Tree tank we have a premium version that does everything the Tech Tree does but better, what's the point of playing Tech Tree tanks? Literally none, except unlocking the tier 10s. To sum up what I wanted to say here, I would like to say the problems are not crates themselves. That's a perfect way for Wargaming to make money. The problem are the players that are not smart enough to understand how statistics work, or players that have a gambling addiction. Of course, here, even if it sounds like I am, I'm definitely not calling out Wargaming. That's their decision to use those crates. I mean, if we're stupid enough to buy them, that's not their problem. Neither is mine. But I just have an open question for Wargaming. Where does it stop? What's the limit to crates? Where I know the more we advance in this game, the further they go with crates. What is the limit? It's important to understand the limit to know if the game is suitable or not. Tell me what you think about crates in the comments. If you have anything to say about my argumentation or anything, I will be glad to talk with you in the comments. So feel free to actually tell me what you think. And I'm gonna see you soon for a new video or a new stream. See ya, guys.